Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a live stream recap video. Check out the information in the description that just showcases some of the stuff that we're talking about. Also, there was no promo code. If you're looking for that particular information, it's a no. We'll talk about that later on, but look forward to it coming back maybe on the 14th of June. Sorry, we just ate my dinner. Right, getting to the point. We've got lots of things to talk about. Layoffs. That is what I assume that Kabam have done with not just Kabam Miike, but Rob, who is in charge of kind of making and doing stuff with the videos, production and other things like that. I'm not sure what Rob does elsewhere in the company, but it looks like there was people that were removed from the community team, and the same thing with other places in Kabam. Funnily enough, if you go and check the Kabam website at the moment, there's only 3 listed positions, which means that Netmarble are likely looking to either offload responsibilities to different members of staff, or it's a case they're running Kabam as a very lean-based company. What do I mean by that? Well, it's trying to make sure that you have the least amount of staff to do the maximum amount of jobs and coverage so they can maximize the amount of money that they earn from Kabam. Because do bear in mind, people, a lot of people do kind of go, oh, Kabam greed. Yeah, okay, Kabam greed. But at the same time, Netmarble want to make money from Kabam. They paid a lot of money for Kabam back several years ago. They, of course, want to scoop up as many pounds, dollars, and pence and cents that they can from this company, which of course is the disadvantage, because when you go, hey, great, there was a great amount of team in Kabam doing the community-led stuff like live streams and Battlegrounds Brawl and stuff like that, that could be impacted. For now, I'll have to see down the line. So I think Netmarble have really kind of like, well, they might have dropped the ball here with this. But in case, like, we need to get into the MCOC side of things, I thought it was very good that Kabam Jax, and respect to Kabam Jax and John and anybody else associated, they kind of picked up where they might have been very, very short-staffed in the last week to get on with things. So appreciate them for that. But we need to get into the minutiae of things and talk about new champions. That's going to be one of the main things. So new champions wise, we've got Arcade coming to the game, as a lot of us know, and he looks amazing. He's got pre-fights as part of his build, which I think is quite unique and quite good. And of course, we've got this new kind of like traps on screen warning system, which you might have seen kind of like pop up. Also, there is pre-release bundles going out on the 13th of June, and that, no, pre-release bundles going out tomorrow, but on the 13th of June, arenas and crystals. For Northstar, of course, the deep dives are live at the moment, but June 18th for Northstar is where you're going to see the pre-release bundle, and then on June 27th, information in the description, by the way, June 27th is when we'll see the Crystals and Arena. Also, Spring of Sorrow is going to be on the June of 12th for Fight 3, and then Fight 4 will be on June 4th. Now, the game is getting a lot of improvements and changes, especially when it comes to Sagas, because I think learning from the issues of Saga 1 going into Saga 2 improvements are going to be some of like the most kind of like crucial things. I think side quests definitely came up as a very kind of like key element of improvement. Like they wanted to make sure the flow of this is, again, so you understand, like what's the Saga thing? Arcade Games is going to have theme parks, Murder World, like different kind of theme parks within it, like going to Disneyland, so to speak, except having fun. Yeah, that. The art style is very much arcade-like, which you probably see examples of on screen. There we go. It's good when you click things and things actually work. And yeah, there's the doable aspect to this, I think, is going to be important. As Kabam are really kind of like learning from what's been working and what hasn't, I think participation numbers are going to be stuff that Kabam are then kind of like going, okay, well, people didn't participate as much because of X, Y, and Z reason. So therefore, we need to make improvements that players do want to come and access this particular content without being too difficult, too tedious. And that's the reason that the style is simplicity, approachability, and clarity. Kabam also said that they've updated the rewards for side quests, which is great, and made them simpler in designs in general for the side quests. So you'll have better pain point reductions. It will be, Kabam are working 2 months ahead, just for forewarning. And for those top end players, you get more 7-star shards, so you should be looking at getting 1.5 7-star champions in these new kind of changes of rewards. There's also going to be changes to the Cavalier shard meta crystals and improved drop rate, which I've been told is coming out on Friday. So we'll get new drop rate information on Friday, which is going to be a massive W, I think, for the community when it comes to accessing this. Now we're going to have live very, very shortly the Higher, Further, Faster event in order to get a 7-star Captain Marvel. As soon as I finish this video and got it out, I will be working on content and kind of like ideas to kind of help inform people about what's going on. But you'll be collecting these Magnetron crystals. As soon as you open a Magnetron crystal, you'll be able to get yourself down the milestone and getting yourself some spicy things for your trouble. Of course, the different progressions you are, the higher progression you are, the further you're able to get down these particular milestones, getting things like rank 4 to 5 6-star gem, a 1 to 2 7-star Saga gem, and more. We'll be doing a video talking about some of the best ones to rank up very, very soon. There's also other things right here you can see are quite good. More 6-star signature stones, and I don't know if I think 7-star Saga signatures are the same. There's more though. There's more of these crystals dropped into things like Battlegrounds, which we'll talk about in a minute in the objectives, but also there'll be some in the double track and also Battlegrounds Season 19. There'll also be some in Incursions as well, and you'll need to open 100 of those crystals in order to get yourself... Oh, Alliance will showcase it's in, and that's confirmed to be coming back. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's kind of like, it's good news and a fun kind of event, similar to Omega Days, not so familiar to, to Omega Days. It's got its own kind of like special vibe to it, which that breaks down like not like this, but kind of like the quantity of crystals are like this. Like in Double Track, there's 30 available. Alliance will showcase 5, which is one of the lowest, along with the August meta event, July meta event, and June meta event. The August meta event store has got 10, and of course there's others as well in different and various locations. Will you have to do Battlegrounds Season 19? Yes. Is it going to be a bit easier? We'll talk about that in a minute. And also there's a special live stream devoted to that coming up. But also there's an Incursions, but Incursions as well as going through changes. From Alliance War changes, Alliance War encounter showcase point of view, it will be the previous Saga. So you'll be kind of utilizing some of the champions that were annoying, not so annoying. Here's an example of avoiding certain tough tactic defenders like Serpent, Killmonger, and Bullseye. From Kabam's perspective, they understand that maybe they kind of went a bit further than they should have done with some of the defenders that were part of that meta. So it doesn't mean to say we're out of the woods yet, but at least know that the difficulty has been reduced, as Kabam say overall, which again is positive for it. But there's still going to be some beneficial setups. Kabam say new summon beneficial nodes that simulate war boost, wipe Magneto pre-fight, invulnerability boost. There's all these things and a little bit more to improve that grind. And also the reward side of things is reduced energy cost, which that is good, but also increased rewards, and that is great as well. Deathless Pieces and Saga Chase both in completion with Titan Shards added to exploration. So if it's difficult for you to get through completion, then at least you say you've done the completion. It will just be like, well, I take or leave the exploration side of things and I'll have a good day with me life, as everyone likes to do. I think that's really it for that. But we need to move on now to, I think it's Incursions. Incursions go over a big overhaul with the reduction down of Saga sectors only being 15 as opposed to the 25, which of course causes a pain point. And Kabam's seen that. They'll see the data and the stats. If people are going, well, I got through the zone 25, it's easy, or it's straightforward, or stuff like that, and people are going, well, I only got to this one and I just couldn't get any further. Well, Kabam have seen the data, and it looks like they're having to bring it down in difficulty and structure. So that's why you'll see this towards the end part of the saga, I want to say, with substantial things and changes like nodes, with the likes of limiting buff nodes like fisticuffs, prove yourself, etc. We'll be looking forward to seeing a full kind of breakdown of how Kabam is changing this. Also removal of some niche RPG champions, Photon, Maestro, etc. Removal of the Deathless piece. Now, we did talk about maybe back in the day that they were going to do something like this, but they now not doing it because I think it's just the RNG factor of Incursions. I love Incursions, but it is very RNG. If you have something that's just an unstoppable area, I say not unstoppable, but kind of like it's an irremovable object of a champion with some nodes that just shouldn't be, it's just ridiculously unfair. And I'm not saying this is going to make Incursions fair. You'll probably have a better time, but it will be that, you know, less grind, which makes it a little bit more interesting and fun and maybe more negotiable to kind of like get through. And also some changes to how a number of nodes are being reworked to scale off of attacker rather than the defender health biohazard node treating caltrops. This basically safeguards you from taking a lot of chip damage from certain situations that just feel ridiculous and unfair. But that less grindy element is something that I think is kind of very important. Kabam do mention in this live stream about raids, which we've got on screen right now. New bosses, new role boosts, bigger role pools, a new boss mechanic. Dot champions are getting some love, updated rank rewards, and added Valiant loot drops. This is important because look, rewards have not been great. The RNG factor still feels bad, especially if you're kind of having a good time with that mode. It is going to be made a little bit more difficult, possibly. John was kind of giving the impression that it was too easy. Does that mean that it's going to be made harder? It's hard to know. The new mode, not new mode, but the changes will feel like that when they go live will then be a case of testing out. There'll be lots of different options to go again to kind of like play about, and we're very much looking forward to that. I want to do a new tier list on it. But Battlegrounds, there's going to be a big live stream on this next Friday, I want to say, and that's the 14th. In that particular live stream, there will be more on the subjects you can see at the moment, where there's of course a Deathless piece, but the victory track is more easier to kind of go through because of the medal system being improved, which is great. And also there'll be within the objectives magnetron crystals, which of course, get a magnetron crystal, open it, get points, use those points to get yourself a Captain Marvel movie, which again is the name of the game and what we're really excited about. But I'm looking forward to the live stream because it might get me back into doing Battlegrounds more. I'm finding the time for it if it's more straightforward. Deathless Vision now, and this is available in there's a piece available in new concept Everest quest. Kabam tipped that as being an event where there's new tech and it's like kind of a larger event to do. It's easier than Winter of Woe and Necropolis, but will be heavier to plan and execute, which probably means that you'll have to use a plethora of champions for different things. Will there be choice nodes to find individual counters for individual situations? So therefore, it's easy fights, but you have to really pick your team or, rotate your team or do choice nodes in a way, quite possibly. Will this mean that you might want to skip the particular last piece and go for something like, I don't know, a 5k spend, because it might cost you 5,000 units and you save the time, but the rewards could be good, so you may be more tempted to go and 100% it. We'll have to see. There's also a July live stream to announce that and go over it, so we'll look out for that. And a 6-star purchase of the champion. The Deathless piece remains ultimately the same, which you can see on screen right now. So there's nothing kind of untoward with it. With those pieces, save up your items and go from there. One of the biggest things is that Beta Ray Bill, if you've seen Twitter, the community tab post I did, is that Beta Ray Bill will be a champion that you can acquire. I didn't think we'd actually get him, and it's great to see he's wielding Stormbreaker, the true Stormbreaker, which is beautiful and right there. I thought this might be just a tease, and the leader might be in the double track thing, but it's not. It's Beta Ray Bill, which I think is fantastic. The champion will be available in 3 months' time, but you will be having to collect the tokens. The system around the summer double track is still very much, it's better than last year. Hopefully it is as low on cost as the Morbius one was, and it goes live on Friday, so at least we'll get a bit of coverage on here from the channel to kind of see, what's good, what's bad about it. And yes, also go to the web store for better purchase things. You get more things as a result of purchasing on the web store. Don't give Google Play and Apple your money. Make sure it goes directly to Kabam rather than these greedy percent taking people. Although after the situation of what they did to Kabam Miike and other people at Kabam, you're like, oh god damn it, conflict of interest. But in any case, that's really that. And yeah, nothing else on the matters that we discussed. But there's a catch-up system, which is good if you are missing a day. So you can ultimately catch up. So, hey, at least the system has improved from last year, which of course, if people missed 1 month, then they'll be like, oh great, I can't get the piece, or I can't get like the Morbius. Well, now, at least you've got this catch-up, which helps up. So, yeah, brilliant. And also, a lot of the magnetron crystals are located within it as well. So that's important. And also, promo code, not on this one, but likely going to be in the 14th of June one. That's been a video. I need to upload this quickly, and then we go and rock into some side quest coverage, and also look at this higher, further, faster coverage as well. Oh, busy day. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching this video. Check out some other content and keep locked to the channel for more updates, information, and guides and such like. Much love. Goodbye for now.